A guitar-playing singer with very long hair had it all cut away recently. When asked why his head had been barbered, he said, there's a film that I wanted to see.
Thank you very much. Well, hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. Was that all right?
That was marvellous.
I'll say it again. Hello.
Now, you remember last week, Basil confessed that he was a gob-stopper addict, didn't you?
I did, yes.
You just can't leave gob-stoppers alone, can you?
No, I can't. I'm afraid not, no.
Well, this week I've been trying to persuade him to go to a hypnotist to be cured of his craving.
Well, I think it's a load of old codswallop.
It's not a load of old codswallop.
Huh?
Hypnotism can cure all kinds of habits.
Really?
And it can make people do some very strange things.
Yes.
Remember that demonstration we saw?
Yes.
That man who found it impossible to bend over?
Yes.
He was as stiff as a board?
Yes.
Well, that was hypnotism.
Could have been rheumatism.
Now, listen. A hypnotist could make you believe you were a sword swallower,
huh?
And make you swallow a sword 3 foot long.
Me?
Yes, you.
Swallow a sword 3 feet long?
No trouble at all.
But I'm only 2 feet tall.
It doesn't matter. He would hypnotize you first and you wouldn't feel a thing in the end.
Well, that's just when I would feel it. I'm not a dead-end kid, you know.
I know you're not a dead-end kid. Only up this end.
Come in.
Well, there's plenty of room in there.
Huh?
Now, look. Keep your eyes on this. Now, hypnotists often use a swinging object to put people into a trance, to send them to sleep.
Ooh, television does that too, you know.
Keep your eyes on this. Now, you may not realize it, Basil, but you are now completely hypnotized.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Cool.
It's a job to know when he's under. Now, Basil, you are not Basil Brush. You are a lion.
A lion? I'm not Metro Goldwyn Mayer. I'm 20th Century Fox.
Stop being a lion. You are now an express train thundering through a station.
Hey, wait a minute.
Why have you stopped?
There's a railway strike.
You are now on a deserted planet, deep in outer space.
You must be stark raving bonkers. Go! I say, Mr. Derek, look! There's a spaceman! Oh, he's got horrible guns! Goodness! Oh, what a vicious-looking thing! Oh, Mr. Derek! What? Oh, I say, did you see that spaceman?
There was no spaceman. It was all in the mind.
All in the... Don't be silly. He walked from over there to over here. Oh, he was horrible. Oh, a monstrous-looking creature. Hey, look, Mr. Derek, it's a spider. Ah, get him away. I don't like spiders. Ooh, nasty, creepy, crawly things. Don't. Go away. Hop it. Go on, hop it. Now. Oh, there's another one. Oh, Mr. Derek, quickly, take him away. I've got the bullseye collywobbles. Oh, God.
It was all in the mind, Basil.
What?
And now I'm going to wake you from your hypnotic trance. And when you wake up, your craving for gobstoppers will be over forever. Wake up.
Cool. Oh, hello, Mr. Derek.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Derek, I had a most terrible dream, you know.
Yes?
Yes, I dreamt about trains and lions and all sorts of spiders. Ugh,
Well, no, it's all right, Basil. I hypnotized you.
Huh?
And I've cured you of your craving for gobstoppers forever.
Really?
Yes.
Well, isn't that... I must say, I do feel much better. I say, I could do with one thing, though.
What's that?
You haven't got a bullseye, have you? Oh, I love a bullseye. Go on, you must have a bullseye
I can't
somewhere.
bear it. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the fabulous Tremeloes!
after all the tears are far away. You could throw away all the dreams we've built together. Can't believe you mean the things you say. I remember you with a loving way in your eyes, in your face, and I think about a man with a lot to say in my mind, in my place. By the way, what can I do to make you stay? By the way, what can I do to make you stay? Now I find myself begging for the very first time. On my knees I crawl to you today. I remember you with a loving way in your eyes, in your face, and I think about a man with a lot to say in my mind, in my place. Hey! By the way, what can I do to make you stay? I wanna hear yeah! By the way, what can I do to make you stay? By the way, what can I do to make you stay?
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, and no one will suspect I'm afraid. I'm not really afraid. I've been to the dentist before. Yes, he said my teeth were fine, but my gums would have to come out. No, he didn't. I'm letting my imagination run away with me. I wish this was an American dentist. Some very good dentists in America. One yank, and they're out. Oh, morning, Mr. Derek.
Well, you're still waiting?
Yes, still waiting.
Well, won't be long now. We'll be in the surgery in a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, come on, don't be nervous.
What?
Look at me, I'm not nervous.
Oh, look at their names. That's enough to make anybody nervous. Tug 'em, pull 'em, drill 'em, and fill 'em. Cool.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning, nurse.
Mr. Fowlds,
That's right, nurse.
you made an appointment for 11 o'clock, didn't you?
That's right. No point in suffering with a bad tooth, is there? Get it over with, that's what I say. Have it out.
Very brave, Mr. Fowlds. Which tooth is it?
Basil, show the nurse your tooth.
Huh?
Basil, show the nurse your tooth.
Hey, go on. Why go back now?
That won't be any problem.
Huh?
Now, I'm afraid Mr. Pullum, Mr. Tugham and Mr. Drillham are all out at the moment.
Oh, good. When will they be out again?
Mr. Phillum is here.
Oh, crikey.
He's with a patient at the moment, but he won't be long.
Oh. I say, Mr. Derek.
Yeah.
Let's go home now. Come on, come on.
Basil, read a magazine. Take your mind off it.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's a marvellous idea having magazines in dentists' waiting rooms. Keeps you up with current events. What are you reading?
Well, there's an article here on cricket. I say, this young chap, Jack Hobbs, looks very promising.
And look at that. Wilfred Rhodes only took 6 hours to get them all out. And the stumps were drawn at 6:30.
Oh, God. I say, I thought you said to just take my mind off
Basil,
it.
come on, don't be a baby. I think nothing of going to the dentist.
Well, I don't think much of it either.
There's no point in hanging on to a bad tooth, is there? If it was my tooth, I'd have it out.
Well, I'd have it out if it was your tooth.
Basil, cheer up and have a sweet.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Derek. Oh.
Oh, no, you mustn't have a sweet.
Huh?
Not with your bad tooth.
Oh, what a life. God. Dear. Is it nice?
Delicious. Bull's eyes are my favourite.
Mine, too.
The Basil dentists are very efficient these days. They spare no pain.
Oh, don't say things like that, Mr. Derek, please.
But you've been to the dentist before. Last year you saw Mr. Pullum, and he was a painless dentist.
No, he wasn't. I bit his finger. He didn't half yell. What's that?
I didn't hear anything.
Thank you very much, nurse. I feel much better now. Good morning.
I say, excuse me, sir. Did he hurt you?
Not half.
Huh?
He trod right on my foot.
Hey? On his foot?
Mr. Brush, you can come in now.
Oh, isn't it marvellous? All my toothache's gone now, Mr. Derek. Yes, I'm perfectly all right now.
Come on, Basil. There's
What?
nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, dear.
Come along, Mr. Brush.
Yes, but... oh,
Through here, please.
oh, dear. Oh.
Here we are, Mr. Brush. Will you jump up here, please?
Jump up there? I'm a fox, not a blooming frog. Give us a hand, Mr. Derek.
Come on, Basil.
There we are, Mr. Brush. Comfortable?
Yes, thank you, Ness.
Mr. Phelan won't be a moment.
Oh, dear.
He's new here, but he's very good. I believe.
He's not a student, is he?
Oh, no, he's a practicing dentist.
Well, he's not going to practice on me. Come on, Mr. Derek, let's go.
Stay where you are. Look,
What?
there's nothing to be afraid of.
Excuse me while I get Mr. Phelan's instruments.
Instruments? Here am I with raging toothache and he's going to strike up the band.
She meant his dental instruments.
Oh, I can't stand those. The probes and the drills and the spatulas. Not to mention the forceps.
The forceps?
I said not to mention the forceps.
Hey, Basil. Look, those false teeth over there look very real, don't they?
Yes. My friend Freddie had a false tooth. Right in the front, but you couldn't tell.
Well, how did you know it was false?
It just came out in the conversation. My father had very beautiful teeth. Yes, they shone like stars. And they came out every night.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Hey, Basil, he doesn't look very happy, does he?
Huh? Well, he's been looking down in the mouth all morning.
Now, Miss Brush, let's take a look, shall we? Yes, except for the bad one at the back, they all look absolutely splendid. But you do need one small filling.
Filling? I hope you know the drill. Ooh.
You had that tooth filled before, Mr. Brush?
No.
Funny, there's gold on me drill.
Hey, you've drilled down to me back collar stud. It's a boring job, isn't it?
That's it. Filling, please, nurse. There. That didn't hurt, did it?
No, not in the slightest. Marvellous.
Now we'll take out that bad one.
Oh, right here.
Little local anaesthetic first. All right.
Yes, marvellous. I didn't feel anything. I've never had a tooth pulled out before, you know.
There's a coincidence. I've never pulled one out before.
Hey, what? Hey, but just a minute. I mean, you can't go in.
Open, please.
Yeah.
Wider. Much wider. Wider than that.
What do you want to do, look in or climb in? Oh, go! Ow,
I
ow!
haven't touched you yet, Mr. Brush.
I think this is the reason he's yelling. He was sitting on the needle.
I thought those roots went deep. Go. Ow.
It's all right.
You've got hold of me tongue.
Then poke your tongue out a little farther.
I can't. It's joined on at the back. Oh, hurry up. Please get it over with, please.
I've finished. It's out.
Out? Hey, that's marvellous. I didn't feel anything.
There's the offending molar.
God, look at that chopper. What a whopper. God. I say, can I take it home?
Why do you want to take it home?
I want to put some sugar on it and watch it ache. What's the matter?
I've just broken my tooth on the bullseye.
Couldn't have happened in a better place. I'll have it out in no time.
Yes, Mr. Derek, have it out.
Have it out?
Have them all out.
Me?
Yes. I say, Mr. Derek's taken a turn for the nurse.
So long, boy, you can take my place. Got my papers, I got my pay. So pack my bags and I'll be on my way to Yellow River, Yellow River. Put my gun down, the war is won. Fill my glass high, the time has come. I'm going back to the place that I love. Yellow River, Yellow River, Yellow River, Yellow River is in my mind and in my eyes. Yellow River, Yellow River is in my blood. It's the place I love. Got no time for explanations, got no time to lose. Tomorrow night you'll find me sleeping underneath the moon at Yellow River. Cannon fire lingers in my mind. I'm so glad I'm still alive, that I've been gone for such a long time. From Yellow River, Yellow River, I remember the nights were cool. I can still see the water pool, and I remember the girl that I knew. And Yellow River, Yellow River, Yellow River, Yellow River is in my mind and in my eyes. Yellow River, Yellow River is in my blood. It's the place I love. Got no time for explanation, got no time to lose. Tomorrow night you'll find me sleeping underneath the moon at Yellow River. Yellow River, Yellow River is in my mind and in my eyes. Yellow River, Yellow River is in my blood. It's the place I love.
Right. The tale of Basil de Farmer, defender of the right. Are you ready for this week's instalment, Basil?
I've already paid it.
Already paid what?
This week's instalment on the telly. Thank goodness that's the last one. God.
You mean the television belongs to you now?
Oh, no, I've just finished paying installments on the deposit.
Forget I mentioned it.
I'll try. Come on.
Well, last week we left Basil's squire, young Michael, at the mercy of a ferocious and powerful adversary bent on destroying him.
It's Mick McManus.
No, it's not Mick McManus. Nothing so gentle as an all-in wrestler.
All-in wrestlers gentle? Hey, did you see that wrestler on the telly last week? God, he bit off the other man's ear. I bet that was painful. You should have heard what he said.
What did he say?
What's this ear? Come on.
A monstrous beast, its tiny eyes glinting evilly, squealed ferociously as it charged the defenseless boy.
Yes.
In one swift movement, Basil grabbed the dagger, dropped by the bandit who had attacked him only minutes before.
I say, it's all go, isn't it?
And threw it with an unerring aim. The deadly steel thudded into the animal's neck, causing it to veer away from the boy on the ground towards Basil himself. Quick as lightning, he drew his sword, and as the enraged monster reached him, sidestepped and thrust the glistening blade downwards. The stricken animal faltered and collapsed in a lifeless heap.
Poor little thing.
Basil looked at the ugly brute, which had almost caused the death of his young companion.
Yes.
It was indeed the largest giant boar he had ever seen, fully 5 feet in length, with razor-sharp tusks which could tear a man apart, and massive shoulders covered in coarse bristles.
Oh, I say, what a frightful boar. Come on, come on, come on.
It's nothing to laugh at, Basil. You see, in those days, the English woods were full of these deadly animals, and it was a very popular sport to hunt these wild pigs.
Well, I'm not surprised they're wild. I'd be wild if somebody hunted me, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't think that sort of situation is likely to occur.
Don't you be too sure, you know. I mean, if you're out in the fields one morning and you hear those scarlet-jacketed crowd tantiffing all over the place, you scarper, yeah? Just because they wear red coats doesn't mean they're from Butlins, you know.
Can I continue?
Oh, yes, go on. Yes.
Michael rose to his feet.
Oh, that wasn't very far, was it?
Michael rose to his feet.
Yes, come on. Yeah.
My humble thanks, sire, he said. You saved my life. Good squire, laughed Basil. Did you not save mine? And is it not the obligation of friends to defend one another? He placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. Stand still, Michael. I see a movement in yonder brush.
Yes, I was waggling it about a bit. I get cramp if I don't, you know. Have you ever had pins and needles in the brush, Mr. Derrick?
Not that I can remember.
Oh, lucky old you. Come on.
From the...
If you ever do, you try waggling it about a bit.
Look, I don't want to waggle it about a bit.
Ooh, please yourself, no. Come on.
From the thicket there emerged a figure attired in a long garment, which reached to the ground.
It's a maxi dress.
It's a habit.
I know it is. Everybody's wearing them. The girls are anyway. I mean, nowadays, if you want to know if a girl's knock-kneed, you have to listen. You have to listen.
You have to listen. And Basil relaxed as he recognized the newcomer's distinctive dress and his ecclesiastical tonsure.
His what?
His tonsure.
Huh?
Now look, there's a picture. See?
Ooh. I say it's Derek Nimmo. Good morning, Archbishop.
Look, Derek Nimmo wasn't even born, and this is a Cistercian friar.
Oh, really?
And that there is his tonsure.
Oh, he's got a haircut with a hole in it.
Look, don't be flippant.
Yes.
All the monks shave the tops of their heads like that.
Oh, so do skinheads, but they don't wear frocks, you know.
But this is not a frock.
Isn't it?
Now, it's called a habit.
Oh.
Now, please pay attention.
I will.
Good morrow, Sir Knight, said the friar. Greetings, father, replied Basil. The friar looked at the carcass of the giant boar. Verily, my son, he said, thou art courting disaster, hunting in these woods. This land and every living creature thereon doth belong to that bad-tempered scoundrel, Sir Simon de Begred. And any man found taking his game will suffer the confines of his dungeons and the agonies of the rack and the thumbscrews.
Thumbscrews? Oh, do you mean those things that they put on your thumbs and then they tighten them tighter and tighter and tighter and then...
That's right.
Yes.
Well, Basil gave a reassuring chuckle. Yes. I assure you, good friar, I did not kill this beast by choice, but to save my young squire from its fury. And it would be sinful waste to waste such a goodly supply of fresh meat. True, my son, said the friar with a twinkle in his eye. My brothers at the monastery would welcome such a bountiful addition to their larder. And after trussing a rope around the creature, Basil, Michael, and the friar set off for the monkery.
Monkery? Are they going to the zoo?
No. The monkery is another name for the monastery, where the monks live.
Oh, I see.
And people could call at the monastery for food and shelter and get medicines and treatment if they were ill.
Oh, it's the Monastery of Health. The Monastery of Health! I thought that was rather good.
On arrival, Basil was amazed at the variety of industrious pursuits followed by the brothers of the order. Gardening, woodworking and building, and in the kitchen they met a stout, jovial brother cooking the evening meal in a flat metal pan.
He was a friar.
Of course he was a friar, and he was the monastery's cook, too.
Oh, he was a chipmunk. Come on.
Basil and Michael were admiring the work of the scribes, seated at a tall desk, and delicately tracing an illuminated address with a quill pen on fine parchment.
Oh, my father had an illuminated address once.
Did he?
Yes, his house caught fire. Yes, he nearly made an ass of himself.
when they heard a thunderous knocking on the main doors.
Yes.
Heaven preserve us, said the friar. It is Sir Simon de Bigred.
Oh, yes, he's a baddie. Oh, Big Ed.
Not Big Ed, Bigred.
Well, he sounds like a Big Ed.
Basil stood close to the friar as he opened the big doors.
Yes.
There stood a powerfully built man in black armour. You left an easy trail, friar, he snarled. And you know the penalty for hunting the game on my estates. Churchmen or not, thieves will be punished. You cannot enter the monastery in anger, Sir Simon, cried the friar. This place is sanctuary, sanctuary.
Thank you very much for the entry. Thank you very much. Thank you. Come on.
Would you commit the sin of sacrilege?
Me? Certainly not.
No, not you, Sir Simon.
Oh, Big Ed.
Bigred.
Yes, that's right, Bigred. Yes.
Wait, father, said Basil, pushing the friar to one side. Let me handle this ill-mannered fellow. Ill-mannered, shouted the Black Knight. I'll teach you to keep a civil tongue in your head. And raising a heavy spike-studded mace, he left at Basil with murder in his heart.
Oh.
Well, that's it for this week, Basil.
But old Big Ed's going to bash him on the bonds with an iron mouse.
Not mouse, mace.
He's got more than one? Oh, that's worse still.
Well, listen next week to another thrilling episode of Basil de Farmer, Defender of the Right.
Oh, boy.
Basil faces unafraid Sir Simon de Bigred.
Read what happens next so I can tell the Uncle Fred.
His courage never falters, many times we've heard it said. Villains used to tremble when they heard his name. He stands his ground unflinchingly to save the friendly friar.
But he hasn't got his sword on, now the fat is in the fire.
He has no time to call for aid.
Hang on, I'll send a wire.
And everywhere he went they heard his battle cry.
He was a brave man.
Basil the farmer, the man in shining armour, fought against injustice with his sword held high. And all his enemies used to tremble at the knees. And everywhere he went they heard